KBS World Radio, the overseas service of the Korean Broadcasting System, coming to you from Seoul, the capital of the Republic of Korea. From Seoul, Korea, KBS World Radio News Today starts right now.
On today's broadcast, the leaders of South Korea and Singapore hold a summit during President Lee Jae-myung's two-day visit to the city-state. U.S. President Donald Trump says he will continue the ongoing combat operations in Iran and that the country's entire military command has already been wiped out. And the main opposition People Power Party holds its filibuster for the sake of advancing a bill to merge Daegu and North Gyeongsang province. This is KBS World Radio News. I'm Eileen Pinnock. President Lee Jae-myung says he and his Singaporean counterpart share the hope that stability and peace will be restored to the Middle East in the wake of escalating regional tensions after the U.S. and Israel launched a major attack on Iran over the weekend. He, who is on a two-day state visit to Singapore, said in a joint press announcement following a summit with Singaporean Prime Minister Lawrence Wong that both leaders had assessed the impact of the Mideast situation on global security, energy supply chains, and the global economy. The South Korean leader called Singapore a place of great significance, pointing out that in 2018 it hosted the historic summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. He said Singapore demonstrated exceptional diplomacy 8 years ago, working for peace through leadership in dialogue and communication, and that he is confident the country will continue to play a constructive role in promoting peace on the Korean Peninsula and across the region. He also announced plans to launch negotiations to upgrade the 20-year-old bilateral free trade agreement to reflect advances in technology and the changing trade and economic security environment. The two sides signed a number of memorandums of understanding covering a range of areas including artificial intelligence, civilian nuclear energy, and intellectual property. U.S. President Donald Trump says he will continue the ongoing combat operations in Iran, which began Saturday, during which U.S.-Israeli strikes killed Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. In a pre-recorded video posted Sunday on Truth Social, Trump called Operation Epic Fury one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen.
Iran's formerly Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans in his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives.
Trump said the U.S. and its partners have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Iranian air defense systems, and that Iran's entire military command has been wiped out in the operation. He also said Americans grieve for the 3 U.S. military service members who were killed in action and promised to avenge their deaths. Addressing the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and Iran's military police, Trump said America is ready to help them once they decide to lay down their arms and seek immunity.